So we already have the electricity now running to our storage building and to this light post, and installed some lights on that. So the only thing that's really left to do at this point is to go ahead and run the electricity out to our storage building. And as long as everything goes smoothly, then we should be able to get this done today.
Definitely some dead ones to take care of, but can't really sort them out.
There's bees in the jar.
Oh, they got up in there. Yeah, they definitely need more food. That's a sure sign.
How in the world did they get in there?
Crawled up under.
Wow. What?
One of them got on me. I thought it was,
You're messing around.
I know, then I dropped the lid and...
No bee suit. Getting brave.
So this is our homemade feeder. It's actually just a Tupperware lid. I'll take this back off of here to show, but there's bees getting up in there and I don't want to... Or tumping it back on, but... Anyway, it just so happens that this mason jar fits perfectly in that inside top lip of the of this Tupperware lid, and that way when I flip it over, it just kind of automatically feeds it out. That's pretty good.
So what do you have in there?
So this is just a cane sugar melted into water. So it's two parts sugar to 1 part water by volume, and you just heat it up on the stove enough to dissolve it in there. This is just supplemental until they can go out and collect their own, and they gotta build their honeycomb yet and go out and forage and get all their stuff, which we are starting to see all these yellow flowers popping up, and what do you call the
Dandelions.
Dandelions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dandelions popping up, which is really good timing for them. Like this bee's like, come on, give it to me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to. They're begging for this. There's a lot of activity.
Awesome.
I'd say they're working on comb here, but it's awfully hard to see because it's covered in bee. Oh, wait a minute, I think I do see some comb. Well, hard to tell. Look at them all lapping it up, drinking on the sides. The one feeder that's in the hive isn't quite enough. Like there's just covering it, and so I thought I'd put a second feeder out for the day while they're so energetic to help them get a jump start here. They're building up comb like they should. There is some flowers out, but I mean it's just something to help them. It's just a regular mason jar lid, and I just made 3 tiny holes in it. Just took a screw and just tapped it, you know, just where the self-tapping screw just barely penetrated, just to have, and then it should pretty much airlock and just very slowly drip out of these 3 holes. Right at first, of course, it's a lot until it gets airbound.
So those little dots that you see everywhere here, that's actually bee poop, and you see it a whole lot like this when they come out of their winter hibernation.
Hey little guy, you need to go outside. It's the wrong house. There you go. Oh, he made it. He went out. I think, nope. He's still inside. So it's starting to look like spring is actually here, or at least trying to be here this time. We have all kinds of buds breaking now. We have a weeping willow tree that is actually breaking buds finally. And so today we're going to kind of take a little bit of a break from working on the underground power that I think we're both kind of just worn out. Anyway, so Glenn has fired up Big Bessie and we are going to do some brush hogging. We have a large field that we plan on using to harvest hay from, and we need to go ahead and get that brush hogged now before things start really growing and get that under control. We're gonna go ahead and start working on that today, hopefully, if everything goes as planned. We all know how that goes. All like the really green like trees, well, I'd call these bushes, I guess. I don't know if you call them trees or not, but these are the first like thing to bloom here where we live in West Virginia. And this is autumn olive, and you'll probably hear Glenn talk about this 100 million times, how much he hates autumn olive. It is just so invasive and it just takes over everything if you let it. I would compare it to, like, we used to live in Mississippi, and I would compare it to how invasive kudzu is. This is kudzu in West Virginia. It's crazy. It just takes over everything if you don't control it. It looks like our efforts to brush hog might actually be futile. The rain is coming in. I'm pretty sure it has rained like every day for like 2+ weeks, and it's made it just really difficult to get anything done. But it is spring after all, so. But yeah, it's getting pretty windy and you can just feel the moisture in the air. So I think we're gonna get rained out, but Glenn's gonna see if he can still get some brush hogging done before the rain hits. This like lower field kind of area that you see here, this is actually where we're kind of planning to grow like our wheat and maybe even sorghum. We'll see. We just have to experiment and see how that goes. But this lower area will be like our wheat field, and then up here, like kind of like on this hillside you see back here, that is actually, that hillside back there, that is actually going to be like, we're going to run our goats up there. But this lower area is actually going to be where we do our like wheat and stuff like that. There's another area like way back, well not way back, but back there, that is going to be like for just exclusively for harvesting hay for our animals. Glenn is back there, or up there, brush hogging that now. And it's pretty steep up there and it has a really gorgeous view. Well, and as it is with spring, it started raining after all, so I will catch you guys later, and I gotta get this camera out of the rain.